Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video. In this video I want to talk to you about being retired and knowing your limits. What got me to thinking about this was something that happened to me the other day. My stepfather and I, he's 89 years old, I'm 69, just a little backstory there. We were changing out the security lights on our buildings. He has a barn building and I have mine on my house. And I picked up a few new LED security lights that would be more efficient. And we changed his light, no problem. When we got over to my house, it was a little different because mine was up on the eave of the roof. So I had to climb a ladder and get on my roof because the ladder we had was not long enough to reach from the ground for me to get the bolts out to take the old light down and put the new light up. Anyways, he was holding the ladder and I climbed up on the roof. Now while I was up there, I noticed several things. One, I have a metal roof, so the roof was a lot slipperier than I remember it being in the past. But number two, while I was up there, I kind of realized that I was probably getting a little bit too old to be doing something like this. And while my stepfather was holding the ladder on the ground, he looked up at me and he says, "You know what? We are getting too old for this stuff." He didn't say stuff, but I'm not going to repeat the word he said. And that actually right there got me to thinking. So I went on to get the job finished. It was a little bit difficult for me because I had to hang over the side of the roof and what have you. And I may have bruised my sternum a little bit. I don't know. It's a little bit sore right there where I was laying down. But I realized at that point that I was not young anymore. I had climbed ladders many a times, been on my roof many a times, cleaned out my gutters year after year, walking around on the roof. But I got to thinking to myself, maybe I am too old to be doing some of this stuff. It wasn't that I couldn't do it, okay? It was probably I should not be doing it, getting up on the roof. And that's when it hit me. Retirement isn't just about financial limits, okay? It's about knowing your physical and mental limits too. And that is what I'm going to talk to you about in today's video. Know your limits, or perhaps recognize your limits before it's too late. So I've made a few notes here and I'm going to refer to those from time to time. Over the past few years, I've had to learn where my limits are. Not because I'm weak, but because I'm wise enough now to pay attention. So we're going to get right into 4 of the things that I was thinking about today on my own. And you may have some additional ones that you want to add to the list, and that's great if you do. I would love to hear what they are. Just leave me a comment in the video and we can just learn from maybe some of your limitations you have placed on yourself since you retired. So the number one thing I want to cover is home repairs, and that seems to be probably the top one to think about as we get older. You know, the things that we used to do before, mowing the yard, cleaning the gutters on the house, outside painting where you have to use a ladder, maybe even weed eating, okay, or just general manual hard labor. Those are things that were easy for us to do when we were younger, but as we get older we have to realize our limitations on doing stuff like that. You know, being able to recognize that you should hire these things done. Like me, I get up on the ladder almost every year and have to clean out the gutters. I need to do something about that. We did check into some gutter guards one time, but that's cost prohibitive. But I think there's other options available at Lowe's or something like that to keep me from having to get into my gutter so often. But it's about twice a year I've got to clean them out. To keep them flowing properly. Now mowing the yard and things like that, that's fine, okay. You can still do things like that when you're my age. You just don't need to push through it and do it all at one time. If you feel tired while you're doing something like that, then it's time to take a break, okay. Don't power through it. Another thing too is don't ignore the repairs on your home, as they can become more costly later. But address them in a logical fashion and take care of them. You may have to hire somebody to do these things, okay? That's just a fact of life. So the number 2 thing I want to cover is hobbies in general. Hobbies come in many shapes and sizes, okay? Some of them can be considered more dangerous than others. Especially as we get older, our brains don't process thoughts as quickly. You may have had a workshop with power tools. Accidents can happen more quickly as we get older. all of a sudden accidents, or I didn't remember what happened accidents, okay? Don't give up the woodworking hobby. Just slow down a little bit. Think more about what you are doing. One of my hobbies is photography. You would think that that doesn't sound like a hard hobby, okay? But for the kind of photography I do is, I like to hike and do my photography around waterfalls and rock bluffs and things like that. You know, those areas can be dangerous, they can be slippery, you can fall, break a hip, break an arm, do something crazy. I mostly hike by myself, so maybe it's time that I start thinking about doing that kind of photography differently, maybe hiking with somebody else, or not going to the really hard places. Recognizing my physical limits when I'm out there in the woods. Taking your time, being more careful, being more thoughtful about where you're stepping. You know, instead of using one hiking pole, use 2 hiking poles, okay? And carry less camera gear so you don't carry so much weight on you. There's nothing wrong with modifying your hobby to suit your needs. No need to give those hobbies up. Now, the third thing I'm going to talk to you about, this one just drove home just the other day. This one happened to me the other day. But it's misplacing items. Now, this is more of a mental thing than a physical thing. But I have noticed as I get older that it's harder to remember where I might have laid something down. Tools, anything. Just the other day, I went to go to the grocery store, do my shopping at Walmart, and I could not find my truck keys. My wife was gone. I looked everywhere in the house, looked everywhere possible, checked outside the truck. Normally I throw them on the counter when I come in the house. And, you know, that's where they stay. But not this time. I could not find them. I went on to the store using my spare truck key, and while I was at the store, the whole time I was at the store, I was mentally racking my brain where the keys could be. Start tracing my footsteps from the day before when I knew I had the keys, because I took my library books back in the afternoon the day before, and I didn't go anywhere else after that. But I remember I came home, I walked over to my mom, she was going to go check her mail, I walked with her out to the mailbox, and I did all this kind of stuff, and I retraced all my footsteps, couldn't find the keys anywhere. When my wife got home, I said, honey, would you please look in your purse to see if by chance you picked up my keys? She goes, I didn't pick up your keys, but she looked, and they weren't there. I just went through everything. I went down to the basement and looked at everything. Finally, I found them. They were in my clothes hamper. And how they got in there was I had taken my dirty clothes out so my wife could wash the whites, and they were in the bottom of my hamper. I laid the clothes on the bed. When I got back with the clothes hamper, I picked up all the clothes off the bed and threw them back in the hamper, put them on the floor. While laying on the bed near the clothes was my truck keys. They were in the clothes hamper. So, the point is this, the long story is, okay, and the point is, I realize that I'm forgetting where I place things more as I get older. I have now said that I'm going to hang my truck keys up on the pegboard we have in the pantry every single time. No more throwing them on the counter. So you have to get yourself into a habit like that. That's just one story. There are other things that I have misplaced, okay? The solution to this is probably to have a place for everything. And maybe, just maybe, it's time to do some decluttering. But that's a whole nother video right there. Now, the last thing I'm going to cover is driving, okay? And, you know, I get it, okay? Driving represents independence, freedom, and control. But I've noticed that night glare bothers me more as I get older. Heavy traffic feels more mentally draining on the brain, okay? My reaction time is not as fast as it was when I was 40 years old. I mean, I'm 69 years old. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop driving, but it means I need to make smarter choices, okay? Maybe I drive more during the daylight. Maybe I avoid certain highways at rush hour. That's not a weakness, that's adjustment, okay? Aggressive driving is a real problem these days, no matter what age group we're talking about. Now, let me tell you something. When I took driver's ed back in the 70s, we were taught defensive driving, not aggressive driving. I don't know when we changed as a society and went from defensive driving to aggressive driving, okay? But it is a real deal, okay? I've seen young people and old people being aggressive drivers. Uh, People seem to drive faster as they get older. I don't know. I'm a grandpa driver. My wife accuses me of that all the time. She says, you drive like an old grandpa, okay? She is an aggressive driver, okay? She's 69 also, okay? 69, 68. She's an aggressive driver. I have learned not to say anything to her when I'm in the car about her driving, because if she does, she just gets angry with me, okay? So, you know, maybe this aggressive driving that I notice around me is because I live near a retirement community and I just happen to notice it more. But I've seen older people be just as aggressive as younger people. Just, you know, use some common sense. It'll go a long ways. Slow down, look and listen carefully, turn off all distractions, okay? And one thing I learned as a commercial truck license operator, and I did have a CDL for a long time, is the letters GOAL, G-O-A-L. This stands for get out and look. I've seen many older people backing out of a parking spot at Walmart or Kroger, and they back up until they bump into something, and then they put it in drive and leave, okay? I don't get it, okay? Now, you know, you may have some things that you want to tell me about, or you want to leave in the comments about limitations that you have put on yourself since you have retired. I would love to hear about those. So do drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts about everything that I talked about today and what your limitations are, what you found you had limitations are. You know, when you were younger, pushing past our limits felt like strength. You stayed up later, you lifted more, you drove farther, you fixed it yourself, and you know, you may have something to prove, I don't know. And for a long time that probably worked for you when you were younger, but lately I've realized something different. Strength now looks like knowing when to stop. What does it look like to me? Putting the ladder away and calling someone else to come do it. Driving during the day instead of at night. Taking a rest day after working hard in the yard instead of pretending I don't need a rest day. It even looks like laughing when I misplace my truck keys instead of worrying about what it means. Knowing your limits isn't about shrinking your life, okay? Take care of yourself and those around you, and I will talk to y'all later. We'll see you. Bye-bye.